Akashvani presents Morning News. Good morning, I am Sarabjit Kaur. The headlines. Prime Minister Narendra Modi to visit Maharashtra and Goa today to launch several development projects. India to resume visa services in Canada for certain categories from today. Israel urges India to declare Hamas as terrorist organization. In US, at least 22 people killed and 60 wounded in a mass shooting at Lewiston in Maine. Prime Minister to formally inaugurate 37th National Games at Margao in Goa, and in ICC Cricket World Cup, England to take on Sri Lanka in Bengaluru this afternoon. And now the news in detail. Prime Minister Narendra Modi will be on a day-long visit to Maharashtra and Goa today to launch several development projects. Mr. Modi will reach Shirdi in Ahmednagar district of Maharashtra this afternoon, where he will perform puja and darshan at Sri Sai Baba Samadhi temple. He will also inaugurate the new Darshan Queue complex at the temple. The new Darshan Queue complex at Shirdi is a state-of-the-art modern mega building envisaged to provide comfortable waiting areas for the devotees. More details from our correspondent.
Prime Minister Narendra Modi is visiting Ahmednagar district of Maharashtra today. He will perform Jalapujan and inauguration of Nilwande Dam in Ahmednagar district and inaugurate various development projects worth around 7,500 crore rupees in Shirdi. These programs include foundation stone laying of Women and Children Hospital at Ahmednagar, foundation of new terminal building of Shirdi Airport, and distribution of certificates to beneficiaries of various government schemes. Apart from this, the Prime Minister will start the Namo Shetkari Mahasanman Nidhi Yojana. The Prime Minister will inaugurate the new Darshan Rang Bhavan after having darshan and puja at Sri Sai Baba Temple in Shirdi. For Akashvani News, Manoj Kshirosagar, Pune.
In the evening, the Prime Minister will reach Goa, where he will inaugurate the 37th National Games in Margao. He will also address athletes taking part in the Games. The National Games are being held in Goa for the first time. The Games will conclude on 9th of November. More than 10,000 athletes from across the country will compete in over 43 sports disciplines across 28 venues. Prime Minister Narendra Modi chaired the meeting of the 43rd edition of Pragati involving centre and state governments. Pragati is the ICT-based multi-modal platform for proactive governance and timely implementation. During the meeting, the Prime Minister reviewed 8 key projects spread across 7 states having cumulative worth around 31,000 crore rupees. Among these, 4 projects were related to water supply and irrigation, 2 projects for expanding national highways and connectivity, and 2 projects for rail and metro rail connectivity. The states are Bihar, Jharkhand, Haryana, Odisha, West Bengal, Gujarat and Maharashtra. President Draupadi Murmu will pay a 2-day visit to Karnataka and Tamil Nadu beginning today. The President will inaugurate the Foundation Week of Indian Institute of Management in Bengaluru as part of its global Golden Jubilee celebrations. She will also interact with the women entrepreneurs and officials of NS Raghavan Centre for Entrepreneurial Learning, NSRCEL, at IIM Bangalore same day. Tomorrow, the President will grace the 8th convocation of Indian Maritime University at Chennai in Tamil Nadu. Cooperation Minister Amit Shah will address the National Symposium on Production of Improved and Traditional Seeds through Cooperative Sector in New Delhi today. The event is being organized by the Bharatiya Bij Sahkari Samiti Limited, BBSSL. The Minister will unveil the logo, website and brochure of BBSSL and distribute membership certificates to BBSSL members. In poll-bound Chhattisgarh, enforcement agencies have so far seized unaccounted money and other items worth more than 30 crore rupees after the Model Code of Conduct for Assembly elections came into effect. State Chief Electoral Officer Reena Baba Sahib Kangale said that as per the guidelines of the Election Commission of India, illegal transportation of cash and other items is being closely monitored through various enforcement agencies and strict action is being taken in such cases.
सभी केंद्रीय एजेंसियों और हमारे राज्य की जो सतर्कता एजेंसीज है, इनके दोनों के समन्वय के साथ में कारगर प्रणाली स्थापित करने का भरसक प्रयास किया गया है और हमने समय समय पर जो सीजर्स है, खासतौर से कैश है, ज्वेलरी है, लीकर है और जो भी इंड्यूसमेंट मटेरियल्स हो सकते हैं, उसमें हमारे जितने इंटर स्टेट नाके हैं और जो इंट्रा डिस्ट्रिक्ट चेक पोस्ट है, वहां पर कैमरा युक्त ऐसी व्यवस्था है।
The state is going to polls in 2 phases. In the first phase, voting will be held in 20 constituencies on 7th of next month. In Punjab, during the current paddy procurement season, a payment of over 10,182 crore rupees of minimum support price (MSP) has been transferred directly into the accounts of nearly 2.75 lakh farmers. In 17 districts, more than 100% payment of the MSP has been transferred. The Mansa district is at the top, having transferred 125% of due payments as per 48 hours norm. We have a report.
More than 55.88 lakh metric ton paddy has arrived in the mandis till 24th October, out of which nearly 53.95 lakh metric ton has already been procured. State mandis are witnessing arrivals of nearly 5.3 lakh metric ton of paddy in a day, and almost all paddy arriving in a day gets purchased by the end of that day itself. The state government has set a target of 182 lakh metric tons of paddy procurement and 1,806 mandis have been set up. Sheshu Sharma Shantal, Akashvani News, Jalandhar.
This is Akashvani giving you the news. For quick news updates round the clock, follow us on our Twitter handle at AIR News Alerts. Welcome back. India will resume visa services in Canada for certain categories from today. The categories are entry visa, business visa, medical visa and conference visa. High Commission of India in Ottawa said in a release that the decision has been taken after a considered review of the security situation that took into account some recent Canadian measures in this regard. It said the High Commission of India in Ottawa and its consulates general in Toronto and Vancouver were constrained to suspend visas temporarily because of safety and security considerations. Israel has urged India to ban Palestinian group Hamas and declare it a terrorist organization. Talking to media persons in New Delhi, Israeli Ambassador Neor Gillen said Israel has conveyed to relevant Indian authorities to declare Hamas as a terrorist organization following the brutal attack by the group on Israel on 7th of this month. Israel launched a massive counter-offensive in Gaza to avenge the attacks. The Israeli ambassador said Prime Minister Narendra Modi was among first world leaders to condemn the terror attack.
Prime Minister Modi tweeted, I think that it's also time to officially designate Hamas also in India as a terror organization. Many countries already did this. I think India has special interest also because Indian soldiers in the unified forces on the border there. We spoke to the relevant authorities also here. It's not the first time we speak about it. I think it's important. We understand the problems of terror threats of each other.
In the United States, at least 22 people were killed and nearly 60 others were injured in a mass shooting incident at Lewiston in Maine last night. According to the Lewiston Police Department, the shootings took place at a restaurant and bowling alley. Androscoggin County Sheriff's Office posted 2 photographs of the suspect holding a rifle in the firing position on the social media platforms, saying he is at large. The county sheriff has asked for the public's help in identifying the pictured suspect. Back home, the Reserve Bank of India, RBI, has asked private banks and wholly owned subsidiaries of foreign banks to ensure at least 2 whole-time directors, including the MD and CEO, on their boards to facilitate succession planning. In an official note, the RBI said the number of whole-time directors should be decided by the board of the bank by taking into account factors such as the size of operations, business complexity, and other relevant aspects. The RBI directed banks that currently do not meet this requirement to submit their proposals for the appointment of whole-time directors under the Banking Regulation Act 1949 within a period of 4 months from the date of issuance of the circular. Prime Minister Narendra Modi received a formal invitation for the consecration Pran Pratishtha ceremony of the Grand Ram Temple in Ayodhya on the 22nd of January next year. The officials of Sri Ram Janmabhoomi Tirath Kshetra Trust met the Prime Minister at his residence in New Delhi yesterday. They invited him to visit Ayodhya on the occasion. In a social media post, Mr. Modi said he feels blessed that he will witness this historic occasion in his lifetime. A national-level Saras Ajivika Mela 2023 will begin today in Gurugram, Haryana. The 17-day fair, which is being held at Leisure Valley Ground in Gurugram, will continue till 11th of next month. Around 800 women of self-help groups from 28 states will display varied range of products at the fair like handicrafts, handlooms and natural food items from rural areas across the country. Entry to the fair will be free. People can visit the fair between 11 a.m. and 9:30 p.m. Saras Mela is an initiative by the Deen Dayal Antyodaya Yojana, National Rural Livelihoods Mission of Ministry of Rural Development, to bring the rural women's self-help group members under one platform to showcase their skills, sell their products, and help them build linkages with potential market players. Prime Minister Narendra Modi's Mann Ki Baat program inspired Ram Singh Bodh, a resident of Gajrola at Amroha in Uttar Pradesh, so much that he created a wonderful museum of radio. Started in 2014, the museum now boasts an impressive collection of over 1,400 radio sets. We have a report.
From the minuscule 3-inch radio set to 1-meter-long jumbo-size set, one can find more than 1,400 radio sets of different designs and sizes available across the world at Mann Ki Baat Radio Museum in a small town of Gajrola in Amroha district of Uttar Pradesh. This unique repository is curated by Ram Singh Bodh, an unwavering radio enthusiast who drew inspiration from PM Narendra Modi's Mann Ki Baat program.
हमारे माननीय प्रधानमंत्री द्वारा तमाम संचार माध्यमों को ना चुन के उन्होंने रेडियो को ही चुना और रेडियो के प्रचार के लिए अपनी मन की बात के लिए चुना। तब से रेडियो के प्रति लोगों का बड़ा रुझान बढ़ा है, क्योंकि रेडियो एक हमारे जीवन का, मनुष्य जीवन का अभिन्न अंग रहा है। हमारे प्रधानमंत्री जी ने भी जो है इस संस्कृति को पुनर्जीवित करने का प्रयास किया है और कर रहे हैं, और लोग प्रेरित भी हो रहे हैं उनके उससे।
A diverse array of radio models dating back to 1920 can be found in the museum's collection. With Magroob Hussain in Amroha, this is Sushil Chandra Tiwari, Akashvani News, Gorakhpur.
India continued its impressive performance at the Asian Para Games in Hangzhou, China, adding a gold medal and 2 bronze medals to its kitty on day 4. Sachin Khilari wins gold in men's F46 shot put. Narayan Thakur bagged bronze medal in men's T35 100 meters event this morning. Shreyansh Tiwari secured another bronze for the country in the men's T37 100 meters event. The country's medal tally now stands at 67 with 16 gold, 20 silver and 31 bronze. In ICC Men's Cricket World Cup, England will take on Sri Lanka in Bengaluru today. The match will start at 2 p.m. And now, for a look at today's newspapers, it's over to Renu Kataria.
Thank you, Sarabjit. Most newspapers today open with the news of partial resumption of visa services in Canada. Delhi dials down, restores some visa services in Canada, informs the Indian Express. The Asian 8 states, India to restart select visa services for Canada today. Israel agrees to delay ground invasion on US nudge is another prominent headline in the Hindustan Times. NCERT panel suggests replacing India with Bharat in textbooks, informs The Hindu. With companies keen to send investors the right message on good governance, more independent directors get chair at high table, informs The Economic Times. And finally, India's first all-women police station celebrates 50 years. This is an inspiring story from Kozhikode in the Times of India. And with that, it's back to you, Sarabjit.
Thank you, Renu. And now, before we end the bulletin, the headlines once again. Prime Minister Narendra Modi to visit Maharashtra and Goa today to launch several development projects. India to resume visa services in Canada for certain categories from today. Israel urges India to declare Hamas as terrorist organization. In US, at least 22 people killed and 60 wounded in a mass shooting at Lewiston in Maine. Prime Minister to formally inaugurate 37th National Games at Margao in Goa this evening, and in ICC Cricket World Cup, England to take on Sri Lanka in Bengaluru this afternoon. And with that, we end the morning news. Have a nice day.